Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to build 3 different types of auto guns to help you shore up your defenses. The first type is the sliding type, second the rotating type, and finally what I'm going to call the outlying or sentry type. I'm going to try and get this all done in one video, so I'm going to keep everything as short but clear as possible. The first thing we will need to do is build a trigger mechanism. So I'm going to pull everything apart and show you how to do all this. For your trigger mechanism you are going to need 1 switch, 1 timer and 2 logic gates, and I recommend you build this in a safe location somewhere in your base that is easily accessible, because you will be able to wire all of your defensive guns to one trigger, because logic gates have unlimited connections. And you'll place your switch, a timer, and 2 logic gates. Set one logic gate to OR, set the other logic gate to NOR. Start with the timer, go to the OR gate, the NOR gate, back to the timer, and now you have a tick timer, which will be our fire sequence. Hook the switch up to the NOR gate to create an on and off switch. The sliding turret. To do this, you're going to need 4 elbows, 1 cross piece, 2 guns, 1 sensor, and 1 logic gate, and 1 piston. I do recommend upgrading your piston to be at maximum level, because you will be able to get maximum reach out of them that way. To start, place 5 blocks out and your piston. Then place your first elbow and the rest like so. Simply round off your gun, add the 2 on the front, followed by the logic gate and the sensor, and finally a gun on each. Now let's connect it all. To start connecting, first run the sensor to the logic gate to each gun. Make sure you do the connections in the right way, otherwise it will not work, because logic gates have polarity. Then you will need to connect your output of your trigger, which is your NOR gate or your OR gate, to the logic gate. We need to place a controller and another logic gate set to NOR. Connect the controller to the piston, the logic gate to the controller, and the on switch to the logic gate. Finally, program your piston. I wish mine to extend 15 blocks on loop as fast as it can go. Make sure you 0 the second command, otherwise you will not get a continuous loop. Set your sensor to 20 blocks. Then you should be able to turn it on, and it should function like that. Finally, connect an ammo container to each barrel. And you're done. You now have a working auto turret. I'm going to replicate this with this gun as well, and then I'll give you a quick demonstration. Note, when you build more guns, you can keep adding all of them to the same controller. Each gun or controller should be able to support up to 10 guns. Now let's build the rotating type. For this you will need 2 logic gates, 2 guns, 1 sensor, one 5-way cross piece, a bearing, and a controller that is level 2 or higher. Start by placing your bearing 3 blocks out, like so. Then your top cross piece, like so. Your gun on the side, click and slide it, click, hold and slide forward to place it on the center. Place. And finally, around the front and place your sensor. Just like before, sensor to the logic gate to each gun. Now we will place our controller somewhere. Again, somewhere safe. It can be with your trigger. And with the controller, another logic gate set to NOR. Finally, we are going to take the input from our switch to the NOR gate, to the controller, to our bearing. We are going to now set the controller up. I want my bearing to scan a 45-degree area in front of this turret. You can set your turrets up accordingly depending on your situation. For example, you may have a corner or another arrangement you wish to defend. I am going to set mine 45 degrees off to start with. Then I am going to say rotate the opposite direction 90 and finally 90 back again. This sets its start position. This is the 2 commands that it's going to repeat. So now it will rotate from left to right 90 degrees each time. I'm going to increase the speed on my controller. And there you have it. All you have to do is connect your potatoes to your guns, so you have set your sensor to 20 blocks. Connect the NOR gate to the logic gate, like so, and you have a working turret. And finally, we have the Sentry turret. To start, pick your spot 2 blocks high and place your bearing. I'm going to connect mine to my main structure so that I don't have to make a separate firing mechanism and ammo container for each gun. Then place your crosspiece and pipes like so. Finally, add a logic gate and a sensor to each arm. Place your barrels on by clicking, holding and dragging backwards. When you're finished, it should look like this from above, and 2 of the guns should be staggered out 1 block on either side like that. Finally, place your saw blade on top. That is your defensive turret. For this demonstration, I am going to put my controller here. However, I recommend you put your controller somewhere safe with your firing mechanism. To start connecting, run a connection from your start button to your NOR gate, to your controller, to your bearing. Set your controller to rotate to halfway speed and your bearing to 360 degrees and your controller to loop. Now we can connect up our guns. As before, it is the sensor to the logic gate out to each gun. Sensor to logic gate. Now we can add our trigger from the output of our trigger to our logic gate. Put our saw back on top. Don't forget to set all your sensors to maximum range. Connect the potatoes to each barrel. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this helps and inspires you with some base design. Good luck, have fun.